So Jeff, how did the group look overall today? What stood out?
We started off honestly a little lethargic in the meetings. Came in, and gave its integrity this week, and you can just tell by the call back there wasn't a lot of juice. Had a great scrimmage Saturday, but we got after pretty good in the meetings, got them awake. We had a beautiful day outside, and we scrimmaged quite a bit, and it was a good day. A lot of smack talking, a lot of fun. Ended up being a very energetic, juiceful day. It didn't start off so good in meetings, but we got them going.
What did you see in that scrimmage setting on Saturday? You learn anything important with this group?
It's a good question. I'm kind of confused now. Today we worked, red zone, low red, high red, coming out. And last week we just put the ball down and played it. I would guess what I was most proud of is how we practiced. We competed, with each other very well. Competing against each other. We don't keep a mob mentality around here. We all take care of each other and we still get better. And that's a little different, honestly, because obviously you got O versus D, but we're all the road runners, and we did a really good job protecting each other. We made a cut up, starting team meeting of all the times we were taking care of each other, and a couple of times we didn't take care of each other. And we did a really good job of keeping an edge, but being smart, I'd say is what we did the most. Had one turnover that was pretty frustrating. Unless you're cheering for the defense, then it's really good.
I think you mentioned at the start of camp that those scrimmage settings would be where maybe some of the new guys in here had a chance to start kind of showing what they really could do. Do you start to adjust some depth charts, or do you take away a lot of things from a scrimmage like that?
Now, we always adjust depth charts. That's a daily deal here. But like I've told y'all a million times, and my team too, I really do believe in playing a bunch of kids. So whether you're a 1, 2, or a 3 for us, it really doesn't matter. You're going to get in the rotation if you know what you're doing and you make plays. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't make plays, you're not going to get to play. We're not guaranteed to go 3 deep, but we will rotate almost every position on the field except for probably the quarterback position. And so they know if they'll come out there and perform and know what they're doing, they'll get to play on Saturdays.
We're talking to Chris Carpenter today. What sort of stands out about the spring that he's had, and sort of what the outlook is for him going?
Just his consistency. He took when we took him from Colorado. I coached him in high school. Actually, I coached his mother. I didn't coach him. But when we got him here, he was very inconsistent. Just not real good in a lot of off the field areas or on the field, to be honest with you. And he started stacking a lot of days where now he doesn't have bad days. Like every day, he's a professional. Academic meetings, they brag on him. He's never on the naughty list anymore. He's always on the good boy list, and it's just every day. And like even today in stretch line, I told him, I'm like, Chris, this is like every day you're doing great. This is blowing my mind. He kind of looked at me like, wow. But he's a pro now. He really is.
Yeah, it was interesting. I remember we talked last fall with him, and you talked about as well just some of the dark places that he might have been in and some of the things he had to go through. What do you see in terms of just that, like the mental health side of it, and just how he sort of manages all that stage of his career?
It'd probably be better for him to answer that question. I know you guys will get to speak to him today. I don't even think about it anymore, which is probably bad on me, but we're off to save the next kid now, right? Chris is the one helping us save kids right now. I don't even look at him, I know he's dealing with, we all deal with head stuff. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. He shows up every day, and I never have to really worry about him anymore, where he used to be a full-time job.
Do you see a path for him to take a bigger role in the offense with some of the openings at receiver?
Oh yeah, his consistency, his playmaking he's done right now, he'll definitely be in the game plan, as he was at times in his career. But when they're here every day and they make plays, you're going to find a way to get those guys the ball.
Danye's the other one I think is coming through. What have you seen from him this spring?
Danye's been a single-digit guy for us. He's made the turn. When he came out of Shiner, he was just kind of a knucklehead, to be honest with you, and he made the turn, and now he's a single-digit guy. And now he's a guy, like, I lean on him to lead. Like, I look at him, I know he knows what I want, and I know he can give it to me. And he loves the game. He's very passionate. He loves football. And, most of those kids are small-town, little Texas kids that played both sides of the ball. They just love ball. Ball's very important to them. So Danye has really come on, has a chance to have a big time last season.
We've talked a lot about how many quiet leaders you have on this team. He seems like a little bit more of a vocal guy.
No, there's nothing quiet about Danye. No, he's not a silent leader at all. You always know what he's thinking. He's always letting you know. He's a lot like his brother Dadrian was. They love ball, and their passion sometimes gets the best of them. I've given him the speech, which I've given myself a million times in life, that our greatest strength, sometimes our greatest weakness, and sometimes he's like his head ball coach. He can become a little too emotional at times, but he's done a much better job controlling his emotions, and couldn't say enough good things about Danye.
Is it important to a team to have at least a couple guys who are going to have that louder, more vocal presence within the room?
I don't think it matters. Just be true to who you are. You know, the Lord made each one of us uniquely different. So be true to who you are. If I tried to be somebody else, I have a hard enough time being good at who I am at, not less try to be somebody else. So I just, whatever the Lord's gifts they've given them, I just try to keep them in those lanes, and that the Lord's given Danye the ability to have some courage and speak up. And not that guys that don't speak up don't have courage. It's just different the way Liggins does it. It's different the way Brandon Brown does it. It's different the way Ken Robinson does it. Devin McEwen's a great leader, doesn't hardly say anything. Danye's more of the vocal kind.
Cool.
Appreciate